people are gonna think I'm on a Christian kick. I was just thinking about some of the things that, like, how knowledge and intellect is not suffice as for the same thing as wisdom and creativity. And but if you, so it's like, if you become knowledgeable and intellectual, you may or may not become wise and creative, but you don't get there that way. If you become, and so become creative and wise first, and you get the intellect, and you get the you get it, like, as a it comes along with it. You just get it, right? So it's like, what? How do you? I mean, because you can't just become wise and creative. Like, how do you? You have to find. It's like, go to suffering and alleviate sorrow, and then you will be wise and creative by the time that you do that. He's not saying go out and find somebody who's like putting themselves through hell night after night and help them to facilitate their habits and shit like that. It's not like that. Like, that would be kind of disgusting. And sometimes there are like little times, I guess, when people are getting played or used because they are allowing themselves to feel like they're doing good deeds, good work and stuff. And then if they don't catch it by a certain amount of time, you could be like, oh, that's kind of gross. You're kind of disgusting. It's fucked up. Anyways, it's it's not whether or not man is not perfect or not either. It's whether or not you're on the right foot. Like, you'll never get on you have to get on the good foot before you can ever be on the right foot. And then when you're on the right foot, you don't worry about such things as perfection. Then you don't, that just means, because flaws are aphrodisiac. Like, otherwise you would be too mechanical and too astringent, right? You need some kind of a flaw. So like, but wretchedness, though, is like that when whatever you think that you're the best at, you're actually the worst at. Then when you realize that, or decide that you're the worst at something, you become the best. You become the best at that, and you recognize, it's like you can't take your rightful place at the pinnacle until you recognize that you are at the lowest. And it's something about that, like, where there's an energy that can affect some kind of a rise, and that we get an opportunity to use it to our accord. To, is like, we have to also realize that have been retribution, like, you know what I mean, like we were wretched before. We got extra chance. We got this next second chance, man. And then, I mean, that just lets you know if we're on a peacetime or wartime accord. It's like, you don't get any chance. And then some people will act like, I'm saying, like you shouldn't have those extra chances, like things is normal and shit. But they came from a time when they had afforded all those chances too. And then you'd be like, damn. And you'll see it's a monarch butterfly program. It's it's like ushers in authoritarianism by way of that groupthink. Because they're like, it's a thing. It's just a consideration. There's no good or bad or right or wrong. It's just a consideration. And then there's groupthink, which wants to afford um, like they want the out that kind of the look of it. They're modeling after it, but it's insincerely, it's an insincere way that is held together by people that say, we don't have a choice and shit, and then down the line they're like, this is all for this, how much is it really worth it for you to for a cause that's so important that you would, you like you'll then they just, you know what I mean? It's like the Stanford experiment.